Hi guys, it's me, Indiana Jones, and welcome to my channel. This video is part of a special collaboration. It's called a stash swap. That means anything left over that you have from your hoard, that's right, hoard of craft supplies, we just swapped it out with another friend. So we gave each other 10 items, and now we have to figure out what we're going to do with them. Well, my stash box came from Melissa of Melissa Makes It DIY, but please check down below on the playlist so you can see all of the other lovely crafters and all of these lovely ladies so you can see what they made as well. But now it's time to get things started. So let's see what Melissa sent me. A little shelf, a little gift container, and some wooden pegs, some foam sheets, and oh, nice little wallpaper border and some fabric. I love the pink fabric. And let's see, a little glass jar. It was really cute. It's like a glass jug with some little kitty cats, but that was for me. That's not for the crafting. And some feathers, lots and lots of feathers. So let's get started, see what I make with all of this. Look how neatly I put everything away. Mod Podge to the rescue when you don't know what to do. So I have these styrofoam eggs and I thought, oh, how cool. Let's cover the eggs with feathers. And then it made me think, why aren't eggs covered with feathers? Why do they have that hard shell? I mean, it's coming from a chicken or a bird or something. You would think it'd have feathers, but no, it doesn't have feathers. So there you go. Mod Podge is very good for gluing feathers. I was very surprised to find out my first time gluing feathers to an egg. I don't think that happens often, but I did have feathers all over my fingers for the rest of the day while I was doing this. But you know, feathers go along the same line as moss and glitter. Yes, feathers were everywhere by the time I was finished. There's the egg. And then I thought, well, I have so many feathers, what else can I come up with? And you know me, I love to put things on my head, so a feathered headband made the most sense. I did want to make a fascinator, a feathered fascinator, but I thought a headband was, you know, was a good choice. Something that I will wear more often than a fascinator. Not many oftentimes I get to wear a fascinator around here unless you decide to go to Hobby Lobby with a fascinator on your head. But headband, I think I'll use a lot more. So there you have it. Oh, look how cute it looks. Hey, nice. Okay, so now with the container, I just thought this would be so cool to use as storage. You know, I don't like the orange, so this is perfect to go along with the fabric. So I'm using 2-in-1 in this case. And yes, Mod Podge to the rescue. Once again, let's slather that on. I love slathering Mod Podge. And then finish it off right there. Close the seam. Look how pretty that looks. Look at that. So nice. And then I cut off the ends, of course, so that it would, you know, finish off the product at the bottom. Now I'm doing the top. That inner part goes into, I can't cover that, well, whatever, you'll see. Anyway, just covered up that top part right there as best as I can. Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge. And yes, it drives me nuts when people say Mod Podge. It's not Mod Podge, it's Mod Podge. And now I'm gluing some pillowy stuff on the top because I figured, you know what? I'll make this into a pin cushion and put my sewing supplies, you know, just like a little sewing kit inside, and that way I can have it with me right there by my sewing machine whenever I do my sewing projects, which are far and few in between. If you've watched my channel, I have to do more sewing projects. I actually love sewing, but just don't seem to find the time. Now I'm just adding my little sewing kit. There you go. And it came out pretty cute. I put a little button that matches right there at the top. And there you have it, my little sewing kit. So I was pretty excited when I saw that I got this because I never saw this at the Dollar Tree. I can't believe that was at the Dollar Tree. So I took it outside and painted it white. You know, I don't like taking it outside with me to spray paint because it's just, oh well, it's just a hassle. And then look at the cool little arched window that I got from the Dollar Tree. And it's going to be part of a giveaway that's going on Tuesday. So check it out. And I'm just covering that family thing. Not that I didn't like the saying, I just wanted something different. And I took it out of one of those calendars. I think it was one of the Dollar Tree calendars. And yeah, I thought it was more springy. So I'm just placing it back on. to the little arched window. And then I don't know what I was doing with, oh, okay. So there I'm showing you where I got the, yeah. And then I started thinking about putting a wreath. And I will do a wreath, actually, afterwards. And I start working, you can tell how ADHD I am because it's like, I start working on the wreath thing, then I put it aside, and then I'm like, oh, wait, okay, let me do the window thing. Let me do that together first. So yeah, gluing the window, arched window to the shelf. Makes sense. I just thought it would be easier to put the wreath once I had glued the shelf so that it could stand up. There you go. That was easy enough. Now I'm working on the wreath. So I used some of that wired twine as my basis, and then I used some foliage that I got from one of the Dollar Tree flower bushes, I suppose. And it looked just like the one in the picture. And I thought it would be nice to have a little wreath during springtime. That made sense. And it matches the little picture that I picked for inside the window. And I took these little Easter eggs and I said, hey, there's lemons in the picture. I don't know where I could find like miniature lemons, so make my own lemons. So I'm using PlaidFX. I love PlaidFX paints. You don't have to use PlaidFX, but it's just, I love this yellow color. It's so perfect for what I was doing. And yeah, PlaidFX is flexible acrylic paint, and it just works wonderfully. It's great coverage. So really, really enjoyed using my PlaidFX for this little project. So I'm putting together the last final touches for my little wreath, and now I walk away. And what did I do? I don't know. Show you that I use PlaidFX paints again, and now I'm gluing my faux lemons. No, there are not eggs that I just painted yellow. Let's just pretend they're lemons, people. I can't find miniature lemons, okay? Just give me a break. I couldn't find miniature lemons anywhere. But I think it works. I mean, from far away, it looks like lemons or very yellow Easter eggs. But either way, I think it's cute. What do you care? It's gonna be in my house. They look like really bright yellow eggs trying to come off as lemons. Let's just let it go, people. Let's just let it go. You know, we do our best. We do our best. But from far away, when you first see, from far away, it looks like lemons. There you go. Now I'm just adding the little stand, the little metal stand. I had to adjust it. It kept falling off. I don't know why it was giving me such trouble just staying on to the stand. And I keep trying to fix one, and then the other one would fall. Oh, this was so much fun. Such fun, people. Yes. Oh, finally it's done. Look how cute it is. Love it. So this segment is actually going to appear in another video because it's part of a, I don't know, upcycle of thrift items. But I had to use it here as well because it would have made sense if I just had the tray all of a sudden done and just added the parts that I received from Melissa. But there you go. I'm just Mod Podging. Mod Podge to the rescue. I love Mod Podge. It works so well. And this roller thing, this is my favorite tool now, is this little squeegee roller thing. Look how perfect that came out. Not a bubble, not a bump, nothing. And now I got these little pegs that I'm going to take outside. No, I didn't take outside. Actually, I painted them by hand. Look at that. And they fit perfectly on my fingers. And as I was doing this, I was like, oh man, I should have made like little, flower pots out of them, but too late. I was already doing this, and I really wanted to do this because I wanted a raised tray for some of my displays. So, Surebonder to the rescue again. Surebonder, stick with the best. There you go. Stick with the best, Surebonder. You're awesome. I really have to say, like the Surebonder glue, it's not like other glues. When you hot glue with Surebonder, it sticks, man. Let me tell you, you gotta really, really rip it off if you want to rip it off. There you go. There you have it. And all done. Now this cute little glass, I mean, I was gonna paint it first. I was gonna, do chalk paint, but I love the little glass jar look. So as you can't see because it's off camera, because I don't know why I was doing it off camera, but I was painting this black, and just to put a little sign on it, also from the calendar. So again, I'm using a little calendar artwork from the back of a calendar, and I picked this. It said something about the simple life, live the simple life. So I thought it was perfect for a little button holder, which this became my little button jar. Everybody has a button jar. If you're a crafter, and especially if you are into sewing, you have to have a button jar. I have my buttons pretty much organized, but this is my fun button jar for craft projects, I think. There's only one of each button. Oh, look at the mess I made. Let's pick it up, stick it back in the bag, and let's try this again, shall we? There you go. There you go. Look at all those colorful buttons. And now they're neatly tucked away in my jar. Next, I had this beautiful wallpaper border. I love the colors, and it's like a Parisian scene. So I took this Christmas tin, and I thought, oh, it's perfect. I was hoping it was the same size. It's a little off, but that's okay. I'll cut it down. It'll be fine. So yes, I think I'm just going to use this as more craft storage in my craft room, and I just think it's perfect. And of course, Mod Podge to the rescue. Once again, slather on the Mod Podge. There's something so satisfying. If you haven't done this before, please go buy yourself a bottle of Mod Podge and just slather some on. One of the crafters here, I think Jackie Burns, has like a pot, like it's huge. It's like a bucket of Mod Podge. Like it's a happy bucket of Mod Podge. So yeah, check out Jackie so you can check out her big old bucket of Mod Podge. And as you know, Mod Podge is part of the Plaid family of products. And again, using PlaidFX, I am covering up that really, really red top. Now, again, why am I using PlaidFX? I know it's flexible, but somehow it has really good coverage. Look at this. This is just one coat. I don't think I painted it again. I just used one coat. I mean, a lot of people use chalk paint, but I use PlaidFX. So there you go. Now for this next one, I am using one of those cutting boards. These boards are great if you find them at the dollar store, or I should say Dollar Tree, I'm sorry. Always try to buy 2 or 3 at a time because they're very rare to find on a regular basis. And I'm just using regular apple barrel paint, apple barrel, which is part of the Plaid family of products. So there you go, starting there. And this is how I'm going to use these foam sheets, these mini foam sheets. I'm actually using, that's right, PlaidFX. Why? PlaidFX is perfect for foam sheets like this because it's a flexible acrylic paint. And I'm using one of their metallic colors. It's a dark pewter kind of color. And then I'm also mixing it together with some folk art metallic paint to make it look like, I don't know, galvanized metal. I want to make a galvanized metal envelope. So here I am just cutting out what is supposed to look like a galvanized steel envelope. I'm sure you've seen this in a lot of home decor lately, very farmhousey kind of thing. So yes, this is farmhouse. I guess I'll call it shabby chic farmhouse. And there you go. Just cutting up the metal envelope. now, because we have moss all over the house from my last 2 projects, might as well add some more moss here. And just adding some Dollar Tree florals, which are fabulous this year. I'm serious, they really upped their game. And there you go, I'm just filling up the little metal or galvanized steel envelope for this wall. Now I have to say, believe it or not, this last item, this pink, beautiful fabric, was the one that had me most stumped. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know if I wanted to make a pillow out of it. So I just started ripping shreds and decided, you know, I'll make a little mini wreath. I don't know exactly how I'll use it or where I'll use it, but I do want to add some more little rags to it. But I just thought the fabric was so perfect to rip apart for a ripped up rag garland. I am so influenced by Teresa of Our Green Acres. I always love the things she makes with these rag garlands and rag flowers. So yeah, following her, I guess her decorating and DIY skills, I just decided to make this little mini ragged rag wreath, I guess you could call it that. So yeah, little rag wreath. So, what do you think? Do you think I did the best I could with what I had? I think I came up with some creative, crafty stuff. Anyway, please check out the rest of the playlist and all the other creators. And I want to thank Melissa of Melissa Makes It DIY for my stash box. And please check out Megan of the Crafty Quinn, who received my stash box. But it wasn't really a stash box, it was kind of a mix-up thing. She'll let you know. Thanks again for stopping by. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And come and see me live on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday nights. As I always say to my friends who stop by and visit, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure, folks. What's in your stash?